Now, before you immediately just drop a dislike and say LOL, stop hating on the game, it just came out. Hear me out. Today, I'm gonna be stating my opinion on Shinobi Life 2 without being biased. So I want to show like the good things about the game, so it doesn't look like I'm just being biased and just shitting on the game. So off the back, I gotta say they did a good job and put a lot of effort into the game. They actually listened to the community a little bit and took feedback to fix big problems with their game, such as like skills, the lag issue, glitches, etc. Except for one thing though, the progression system. The progression system is like it was underwhelming as fuck. Like it's not as hype as IB Main described it in this vid, since I assume most of y'all niggas watched the IB Main vid before the game came out. Like the progression system is just like Beyond and the other versions of Beyond, like Shinobi Origin and other shit. How you can pretty much just auto click a log for hours and just hit max level and rinse and repeat. And even if you don't auto click, the whole game is pretty much just you and your friends fighting boss NPCs that one shot you, that barely gives you any interactions with other players, except for story mode though. Now story mode's the only thing that's good about the game. But the problem is, if you're not a big YouTuber, like if you're not IB Main, you're not getting into the game. But pretty much story mode, like it's like a real deal Naruto experience. Like the shit's like not no cringy Naruto roleplay like the other games and shit. It's like you're born in a village, you gotta go to class and shit, you get sent on real missions from the Hokage from your village and all types of like crazy real deal Naruto shit. Like the shit's clean as fuck, but you gotta be IB Main to get in pretty much. It's hard to get accepted. Like they do recommendations and shit. Like the people that are already in are like the IB Main YouTubers and shit. And they gotta like recommend you to get into the game, which chances are unlikely. But what you could get in, Like a nigga like me, I'm not in the little Roblox YouTube industry like that. I just got a little buzz. I'm not getting into the shit. Niggas aren't gonna recommend me. Niggas don't fuck with me. I'm not gonna get recommended. But one of y'all lucky niggas might get recommended though. But y'all get in, you're lucky. Story mode's the most fun part of the whole game. But the normal game though is pretty much just an upgraded version of Beyond, but just less cash grab. Like all Carribros had to do is just fix the game. Fix the progression system of the game to something like less cliche and ass. Like, let's make like anti-macro system so people don't just fucking auto click. Make it more so like the player has to interact with other players to actually progress. And that'll make it more fun. No one wants to just like sit and just fight NPCs and shit by yourself. And even if you're playing it with your friend and shit, it just feels like you're doing the same thing. It doesn't feel like it's fun because you don't really see anyone else. You just see an NPC. Like it's fun to interact with other kids. That's what makes game. That's how you make a hit game. If you make the game like so you have to interact with other players, because most kids are like antisocial and shit, and like shy and all types of shit. They don't want to see other people, they want to be shy. But like what they don't realize is like if you see another person for real in the game, you could have the same interests as that person. Or you could run into like a funny interaction with another player. Like it just makes the game more better if you interact with more people. Real people, not just NPCs and little shits. So pretty much Shinobi Life 2, like I liked how they fixed the lag problem. I liked how they fixed the skills and shit. But the combat's kind of ass because pretty much the whole thing is like autopilot. Like the autopilot makes it look like you're doing a whole bunch of special combos and shit. That's what it looked like in the IB main vid. But in real life, when you actually go in the game, like the whole thing's autopilot. Like you're not actually doing all those special combos and shit. Things just autopilot. The thing just being autopilot. So yeah, that's pretty much that's the honest truth about Shinobi Life. No bias shit. I'm not being a hater. I'm just giving constructive criticism of what I think should be added and just how the game is in general. I'm not being a dick. I'm not shitting. I'm not nothing. I'm just giving my honest opinion. If you can't handle the truth, then you can't handle the truth.